Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jason from Pike University. Today, my presentation topic is numerical investigation on detonation initiation induced by dual hotspots. This work is cooperated with Professor De Haiyu from Institute of Mechanics in Chinese Academy of Science, Dr. Yiqing Wang, and Professor Zheng Chen from Pike University. First is a background. Detonation is an approximate constant volume combustion mode and has high thermal efficiency. Engines based on detonation is potential in future propulsion system. Detonation initiation is fundamental to its engineering application. So the question is how to induce a detonation wave. There are two ways. The first way is indirect initiation. This way usually adopt the deflagration to detonation transition process to induce a detonation wave. It requires low initiation energy but a long initiation distance. Here we focus on the second way, the direct initiation. Okay, here we focus on the second way, the direct initiation. This way induces a detonation wave by adopting a strong explosion. It requires short initiation distance but high initiation energy. So how to reduce the critical detonation initiation energy is one of the most important topics for direct initiation. Researchers have proposed some ways, such as using shock focusing system, like the red figure shows. A weak shock wave enhances during its propagate within the shock focusing equipment, and then the enhanced shock wave reflect on the end wall and initiate the detonation. Besides, adding active radicals and species can also make the field detonation initiation process into a successful one. Besides, Professor Vasiliev proposed to reduce detonation initiation energy by changing the distribution of initial ignition energy, like the left figure shows. He experimentally obtained a detonation wave induced by 6 small hotspots. Following this idea, Guo conducted numerical studies on investigating the detonation initiation process induced by dual hotspots, like the red figure shows. The results indicated that wave collisions play an important role in successfully initiating and sustaining the detonation wave. More recently, Sun conducted numericals to evaluate the effects of hotspot number on detonation initiation process. Like this 3 figure shows, they found increasing the hotspot number can make the field initiations into successful initiation, will keep the initiation energy constant. Their results indicated that the multiple or dual hotspot initiation configuration indeed reduce the initiation energy. However, the detailed mechanisms and dynamics are not explained in previous studies and remain poorly understood, given to the significance of the multiple or dual hotspot initiation system in efficiently initiating detonation. This work is conducted. In this work, we evaluate the effects of initial hotspot pressure and the hotspot distance on the detonation initiation process induced by dual hotspots. More importantly, the dynamic mechanisms and the key factors are explained. Our simulation model and settings is like this figure shows. Here we defined the hotspot pressure as pH. We adjust the initiation energy by changing the value of the hotspot pressure. The distance between these two hotspots is defined as L, and the hotspot temperature is fixed to 3000 Kelvin. Diameter of the hotspot is fixed to 4 mm. We use the hydrogen, oxygen, and argon mixture. The fresh mixture state, the mixture outside of the hotspots is 300 Kelvin and 1.6 atmospheric pressure. Okay, the Navier-Stokes equations are used to describe the reacting and flow process. We use the compressible and reactive flow solver detonation form to solve the governing equations. The detonation form is developed based on the official solver Rosenthal form, and we introduced some new features such as the detailed chemistry, the Riemann solver, the detailed transport model, Besides, we introduced the improved adaptive mesh refinement and dynamic load balance technologies to accelerate the calculation. The numerical method used in the simulations of this work is listed here. The capability of detonation form in modeling gas phase detonation phenomena are widely validated. Here, I just show some typical results. First is the cellular detonation validation. Like this two figure shows, the detonation cell size predicted by detonation form is almost consistent with the reference. And next is the oblique detonation wave. We can see in this figure, we compare the wedge-induced oblique detonation wave structure separately predicted by detonation form and the reference. Also, we checked the grid independence of the simulations in this work by comparing the detonation wave trajectories predicted by using different grid configurations. All these results indicate that the numerical methods and the settings used in this work are reliable. And next is the results. First, we evaluated the influence of hotspot pressure on detonation initiation process. We'll keep the hotspot distance equal 10 mm. And for this case, we set the hotspot pressure equal 15 atmospheric pressure. We can see in figure A, the hotspot out-ignites, inducing the reaction front and the cylinder shock wave. Then the agency shock waves induced by the two hotspots collide at x-axis, but fails to trigger the new mixture out-ignition within the wave collision region. And at T equal to 15 atmospheric pressure, we can see in figure C, the leading shock is far away from the reaction front, indicating the failed detonation initiation process. For this case, we use two weak hotspots, so lead to the weak shock wave. So when the shock wave collide, the collision is slight and fails to induce the new mixture out-ignition within the collision region. And then we increase the hotspot pressure to 25 atmospheric pressure. And we can see in figure A, for this case, the hotspot out-ignition induced the cylinder shock waves collide and trigger the local explosion near the x-axis. Then a triple wave structure, I mean the transverse detonation wave and the cellular detonation wave and the cylinder shock wave forms. During the development process of the triple wave structure, we can see in figure B and figure C, both the transverse detonation wave and the cellular detonation wave decouple. This also indicates this process is a failed detonation initiation process. And in the right figure, we record the detonation wave trajectories, and we can find there are many detonation cells near the x-axis, which is caused by the cellular detonation wave. And we also found both the transverse detonation wave and the cellular detonation wave quench and funnel. And then we further increase the hotspot pressure to 30 atmospheric pressure. For this case, we can see in figure A, the transverse detonation wave also decouple. The difference is part of the cellular detonation wave for this case always survive. See this part and this part in the red figure. The part of the cellular detonation wave always survive, illustrating the successful initiation for this case. So, summarizing the three cases mentioned before, we conclude that increasing hotspot pressure makes the failed to successful initiation transition, which is the same as expected. And then, when hotspot pressure increases to 40 atmospheric pressure, we can see in the left figure, both the transverse detonation wave and the cellular detonation wave always survive and develop during their propagation processes. As the hotspot pressure increases to 50 atmospheric pressure, we can see in the right figure, the single hotspot is strong enough and so it can initiate the detonation by itself. So in summary, increasing hotspot pressure facilitates the detonation initiation process. When the hotspot is weak, it out-ignites but failed to trigger the new mixture ignition, and detonation wave. When the hotspot is strong, it can initiate the detonation wave by itself. So when the hotspot intensity is critical, the behaviors of the cellular detonation wave, which caused by the wave collisions near the x-axis, is very important. And then next, we evaluate the influence of hotspot distance on the detonation initiation processes. And in this page, we can see, for this case, we keep the hotspot pressure equal 30 atmospheric pressure. Now we can see for the case of L equals 6 millimeter, the initiation fields, as L increases to 10 and 16 millimeters, that successful initiation processes are predicted. As L further increases to 20 millimeter, the initiation fields again. That's to say the effects of hotspot distance on initiation are non-monotonic. For the case L equal to 20 millimeter, the hotspot origination induced the shock wave decay for a long time before they collide with each other. So when the wave collide, their intensity is so weak and cannot induce the new mixture origination or detonation wave. And for cases L equal to 6, 10, and 16 millimeter, shown in figures A to C, as L increases, the field detonation initiation process trends to success. This point will be explained next. And in this page, we show the numerical source field and the wavefronts at different times for the case hotspot pressure equal to 30 atmospheric pressure and hotspot distance equal 10 millimeter. And the corresponding diagram is shown in the red figure. We can see in these two figures, the cellular detonation wave, I mean the red lines in the red figure, the cellular detonation wave expands within the fine gray region shaped by the envelope of the triple wave point. So the cellular detonation wave diffracts due to the expansion effects during its propagation process. And in this page, we extract the trajectories of transverse detonations for cases L equal to 6, 10, and 16 millimeter. The outside line of these trajectories correspond to the triple wave point points. And we can see in the left figure, as the hotspot distance increases, the expansion angle of the triple wave point decreases. And quantitatively, we calculate the curvature of the triple wave point paths for these cases and show the results in the red figure. We can see as L increases and L decreases, the curvature of the triple wave point paths increases, leading to strong diffraction effects, so as to prevent the cellular detonation wave from propagating and developing during its propagation process. So as the hotspot distance L increases, the field detonation transition process initiation process trends to success. And finally, we conclude the cases before and identified 4 typical initiation modes. For mode 1, the hotspot autoignites but failed to induce the new mixture autoignation and the x-axis and fails to induce the detonation wave. And for mode 2, the wave collision induces the triple wave structure and the cellular detonation wave. The cellular detonation wave decouple during its propagation process and the detonation initiation fields. And for mode 3, the cellular detonation wave overcomes the diffraction effects and can continuously propagate and develop. And for mode 4, the single hotspot is strong enough and it can induce the detonation wave by itself. Okay, that is a quick conclusion. In this work, we evaluate the influence of hotspot pressure and hotspot distance on detonation initiation processes induced by dual hotspots. We found increasing hotspot pressure facilitates detonation initiation process. However, the effects of hotspot distance on initiation process are non-monotonic. And finally, we identified 4 typical initiation modes. Okay, that's all. Thank you.